All right, so hey everybody, so I'm Desiree.
I'm Darius.
And we are the co-founders of Young Black and Professional. So today we want to talk to you guys about not falling into the trap of a boring job after college. Because I feel like I had a really boring job after college and it was just, it just wasn't it.
Yeah, I was blessed enough to avoid this trap, but I have seen some of my friends and some family members who are getting ready to finish college, and it's a stressful time because you don't know where exactly you're going to end up at, if you're going to find that job that you're looking for that will, I guess, meet your standards, so to speak, once you graduate. So people start to panic and they just start looking for jobs that may be out of their career field, or it may be in their career field, but it's not exactly what they want to do. One of the first things you should do is to research the company structure, and because everybody has different names of where you're at as far as the ladder. Mm-hmm. So you should do a lot of research. I mean, a director may not be the same thing as a director at this other company, so it could be at a lower totem pole.
Yeah, because definitely in public health, it's just important in general, not just in public health, but to know the titles of the jobs that you want. So I think that you should make sure that you have a clear idea of the job that you want, and then understand the different titles that those jobs have. Because you may say, oh, I want to be a health educator or whatever, but they have all of these different titles for a specific health educator. Like, it's so many, and it depends on the company. Like Darius said, it depends on the company that you're at. So that's so important to just know what the job title is of the thing that you want, because you could apply for a job, you go in the interview, you nail it, you get the job, a week in the job, and it's like, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be. Like, I'm sitting behind a desk, like making a pamphlet when I thought I was gonna be out in the community educating people. Like, yeah. So it's important, like, you know, to read the full job description too of the jobs that you want.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing, some companies, they, for some reason, human resources won't let them change the title. It has to be a certain title, and they know that title isn't attractive. Mm-hmm. And although you're going to be doing the job duties associated with the human resource title, what they'll do is they'll change it when they promote it online, or when they send emails out to job boards about the position, and they'll name it something else.
Yeah, like some jobs, especially in like state government, they have generic titles. So like they'll have government analyst 1, but you really got to read the job description to know what that entails and what that is. Because like I've been like a government operations consultant. Like those are things, but like in reality, I was the heart disease and stroke program administrator. But it's just a big difference. So it's important to read. Like, just use those basic skills, read the job description fully to know what it entails.
Yeah, and if you can, lean on your mentors or your advisor. If you have a question about a job description and you're unsure what exactly it means, you should just run it by them and talk to them about it and see if they can provide some insight for you on what exactly you would be doing on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm. And make sure that the job is going to be something you enjoy doing. So I know in some of our past videos, we talked about doing internships. I mean, honestly, job shadowing, that's still a thing, guys. Yeah, doing internships in those different areas so you can know that it's something you're going to enjoy. And a lot of times you won't know until you get into the job and you start doing it for a little while if it's something that you'll like. But I think that you can definitely do your homework a little bit ahead of time to know, like, is this something you're going to like find appeasing to you? Because it could be a job but you're looking at numbers and data all day. If you like that, cool. But if you don't, and you know you need a hands-on job, something you're going to be out talking to people, not sitting in the office all day, don't just apply for it just to get the job. Because even though some people may tell you, oh, this is a great stepping stone, this looks good, it can move you into your next thing, yeah, it can. However, do you want to sacrifice your mental health? Do you want to sacrifice, you know, just your clarity on life and just the things that you want to do? Because a job that is boring, that you don't like, it can emotionally drain you. It can definitely, like, you can come home every day and just be drained and not want to work on finding a new job or finding something that, you know, really makes you happy.
Yeah, and I think that's a good that's a good start to the next topic, which would be to don't jump into another boring job just because you're currently in a boring job. I think you should be very careful, and you should like fully vet the company and the actual job that you're looking at getting. And one thing you should look at is a lot of people, they get mad at a certain situation with their job, or they get upset with their supervisor, or they're tired of the things that they have to deal with on a daily basis, and they end up applying for just a random position that they just want to get away.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to be careful with that, especially if you're in a job that's like pushing you forward in your field. If it's an entry-level position, just know that you're not going to always be there forever. You're getting some experience, and you're also, although all the experiences aren't positive, those negative experiences are going to help you when you get to that leadership role to help lead those people that are under you and make sure that they don't experience the same thing you experience.
Just one example, when I was in undergrad, I had probably my senior year undergrad, I started a job at a car dealership. And I was in internet sales, so I was that person that called you all the time on the phone asking me, hey, I seen you shopping online, you want to buy a car? Come on in. You know, I was that person. And I was making some pretty decent money because I made commission off everybody that came in and things like that. So I got kind of complacent, especially once I graduated college. Once I graduated undergrad, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure, you know, I had all these dreams and thoughts that I would go to med school. But, you know, I started thinking towards my senior year, I don't know if I want to go to med school. I don't know if it's for me. So it was just like, you know, I was just like, ah, man, I got this job right now, so let me just chill until I figure out what I want to do next. And chilling turned into me just kind of staying there for months and months and months. And I was kind of studying for the MCAT, kind of not. And I was just there, and I could tell like that job was sucking the life out of me. Like I was a boring person. Like I would work, come home, sleep, eat, work, come home, sleep, eat. It was just that, because I'll be at that job for 8 hours a day and the life is just being sucked out of me because it's so repetitive over and over again. And I did get fired from that job. I got let go, to correct term, laid off, because they said budget cuts.
You sold 2 cars.
I sold a lot of, well, I wasn't a salesperson. I didn't just sell 2 cars. So I had a lot of people come in. I had a good track record. But yeah, so they let me go do the budget cuts or whatever. But yeah, like I think that was the kick I needed though, because that pushed me to get a different job and to get into the health field a little bit more. And then I ultimately found what I wanted to do. But if it wasn't for them firing me and letting me go, I probably would have been complacent and staying there for a long, long time. And it's just not it. That's just not what you want to do. Like even if it's a job that kind of adjacently relates to your career, keep looking, because there is better out there. There are jobs that will make you happy, especially if you went to college and got all this experience. You should find a job that actually you enjoy going to every day.
Yeah, and even those jobs that aren't directly related to the career field you want to get in, kind of like when Desiree was selling cars over here, or calling people.
Internet sales.
Yeah. So even if you're in something that's not completely what you want to do, I mean, one of the things that I was always told, I worked at Walmart as a cashier at one point, and one thing people always told me was that, well, it's a good job, it's going to help build character. I don't know if that's true or not, if it actually built character.
People skills.
Yeah. People skills, yeah. I mean, I did get some customer service skills, but I don't think it, but one of the things that it does do is that it should keep you hungry, and it should help you realize like, hey, this is not what I want to do the rest of my life, and my passion is in this field and not that field. And it should encourage you to go ahead and start putting plans in motion and stay hungry, so to speak, to reach that goal.
Yeah, and it's okay to change your mind midway through too. Like if you are in a job and you find out it doesn't work for you, I know one of the things that I love about the public health field is that it's so broad. So like if I don't like my job as being a program manager, I can try and switch and be work in health policy, or I could try and work in environmental health, or I could try to, you know, work as an epidemiologist. Like, it's so broad of a field, and it's so many different like skills you can pick up. Like, don't be scared to like cross train in different things. Like, I know this is probably true with like a lot of other fields. I know, like, Darius, you were telling me about like you being able to learn AutoCAD. Like, that's a skill that is useful in your field but can translate to another field. You know, so like with me, like I know how to do GIS, so I know how to do GIS mapping. That's not only a skill that's beneficial in public health, but a skill that's beneficial in other fields too. And then in a lot of other agencies too enjoy that, or they use that. So don't be scared to like use the job you in and leverage it to gain some more skills to put in your portfolio so you can get a job that you like. And then if you decide later on, like if I said, hey, I'm gonna switch to being a GIS mapper full time, which I think I would go crazy if I did that full time, but if I did want to do that full time, I could do it and try it out. But then I'm not scared to say, okay, I don't like this, I'm about to try and find a different job. I think that you should make sure that you're following your passion in life and following your mission in life. Like, don't tie yourself to a job just because, you know, well, it's a job, it's safe, it's yada yada yada, because you limit yourself when you do that. So don't do that. But yeah, I think that's all the tips I got for now. You know, make sure you download our cheat sheet, our career cheat sheet, where we give you a lot of tips into how to network, how to change your resume to, you know, get it seen a little bit more. Just kind of, you know, just how to do a lot of things in terms of getting a job and getting a career that you want. So check that out. Anything else you want to say to the people?
I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye. See y'all next time.